So this year what we've been doing, at least by Rav Nosson, more or less since Shmos, this year for the last like week, 2 weeks or something, whatever. But actually, what we've been doing in the Maisa is I've been sort of focusing on what Rav Nosson talks about. This is the main thing of Gulas Mitzrayim, and as it happens in Choshen Mishpat, we're holding the Kutei Lachis. He keeps doing it time after time, so I'm able to. For some reason, he was focused, you know. So now it's Nichos Geneva. He does it again. So we'll do Nichos Geneva. We'll do a little Nichos Geneva. And we'll discuss what the main element of Yetzias Mitzrayim is. Right, Golos is Shena. This aspect of sleeping. The person's fast asleep in Golos. Right? He says it's very difficult. So how do you wake up from the Shena? He says, you wake up from the Shena, there's a Bechina. Sometimes you can't wake a person up. So you can tell them Torah until you blue in the face. They just cannot hear it. So what do? So Rav Nosson says you have to tell them, Sipurim Maisios Mishon Kadmonios. These stories from ancient days, these ancient stories. And he brought down these beautiful stories. I know of one really big Hasidic Shebukobel, really holy, in a really high place, very well known. And he was like, Rav Nosson, okay, the Kutmaran, he's like, I really like the Kutmaran. It's very nice. He's like, but there's Torah a lot of places. He said, so he puts it together very nicely, his own thing, but that in and of itself, it's a great sefer, but I wouldn't be as amazed by Rav Nosson just by the Kutmaran. He said, it's amazing. He puts it together very nicely. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. He said, but this guy knows like a lot. I think he's written everything. The Shabbat written everything that the Tanya's written. Like literally read all its Svarim, like all the earlier Svarim, like all the time in the Magid maybe he's even read like every one of them. Because he's like a mashgiach, someone else that gives over the Torah a lot. He's holding in these like really strong. A lot of these Chassidish Svarim, like literally he's devoted his life, 40 years. He's learned Kabbalah, like a lot of Chassidish Svarim, and Sifri Machshav. He's learned a lot of these things. Just what he does. It's where he's holding. And and I don't know how much Nigla he learns. He learns whatever he learns. I think he does Chai Prakim every day, Mishnayos, and then some other. He's holding what he's holding. But he once told us in the Shir, he's like, he's like, I came here. My Rebbe told me to come here when I had an opportunity. Should I go to Shar Shemai? He's like, yes. So I know Kabbalah good is love. For that, I would have known Shas and Poskim well. What do you think? That's what that was his thing. But like part of it is connecting to, and he's like, but Sipurim Ma'asos. He's like, this book is like, there's nothing like it in the world. It's completely, totally incomparable. He brings down these simple stories you can tell a 5-year-old, and they are replete with tens and just dozens of chapters and of a time. These stories are like liquid, concentrated. Who knows? I was like, I never seen in my life this stuff. It's unbelievable. And I was like, what could it be, man? Stories. And by the way, Dr. Rav was like, don't print these stories. You don't print a Kabbalah book like this that looks like a simple little ditty. He's like, no. This is not for printing. You can't print this for regular. And Rav Nosson had a 3-day exposure list. I'm sure he learned, but he still focused very much. He's like, should I do this or should I do this? Like this said, Rav Chaim Volozhiner also. Chaim Volozhiner. What was it? I think it was Rav Chaim Volozhiner. Rav Chaim Volozhiner had I don't remember why. He had could be on the Guru, maybe he had a shot. I don't know exactly. When he wasn't clear, he went through all of Shas 3 days. But this was in 3 days looking it over just to try to see, is there any way to answer this? I'm not sure exactly. Actually, I heard this from Rav Yeshua Kohen Shlita. He told us this year. He said, he's like, when he made me write my book, Yeshua, he's like, I had a few questions of Kiveger, 1 or 2, I don't know how many questions of Kiveger. So I also went through Shas in 3 days with my eyes only, just to make sure I'm not missing something. Maybe there is an answer that I just missed. It was all of Shas, and it's only focusing trying to answer those questions. So, there is so Nosson took 3 days not to go through Shas like that, just trying to figure out shouldn't I print it. So he said, no, Nachman said, no, I want to print it. He said, no, did he want to print it? He wanted it in Yiddish. He said, because if women have a hard time giving birth, he said, saying these stories will help them give birth. So it's the same thing also with when a person is fast asleep, when they have this bachin of spiritual slumber. But the also talks about Rabbi Bachan and Nachman too. He says 70 years he slept. It's bachin of a person that bachin of 70 years, and it's like basically sleep compared to what he should be. Totally unactualized, totally not the way he should be. Only in the physical world, only in Shtuyot. It's like Chaval. So these Sipur Mice have a tremendous koach to really help a person. And Rav Nosson says not just Sipur Mice, the Megillah is also Sipur Mice, the Torah, whenever the stories of Torah is Sipur Mice, the Midrash is Sipur Mice. There's a lot of things that are connected to these Bechin of Sipur Mice. You want to wake someone up. So you can't be direct. You have to do it in an indirect way. So that's why again, Geneva, what does it do with Geneva? So Rav Nosson's like, yeah, you have a holy Geneva too. He says, Sitra Achra, so I have to be God by person. puts him to sleep, by gets him involved in the physical world, he messes him up, he throws in a bad machshava here, bad machshava there, here, the gun was in, suddenly you start thinking good, and suddenly, what is going on? What am I doing? The gunner, what happened to him? I'm so angry at him, I'm so this to him, I'm so upset at this, or a time below, what happened to me? Where, what? Well, I don't know, it started pretty innocent, It's like kind of, sneaking in. He's like, no, he's the opposite. You have to sneak in. He's like, the tzaddikim sneak in, and they give a little sperm ISIS, and he like, wakes up. Like, whoa, what happened to me? What's with it? It's like, I'm sleeping well, like, right, the old fable, where Nachman says the fables also have some truth to them. Right? Rip Van Winkle, the guy who slept, it doesn't matter, he's the guy who slept a long time, woke up, this idea of also his whole life away, woke up and everything moved on. With this beard, whatever person he can sleep his whole life away. We have this is the scene of you want to wake up. So it's pretty nice. That's how you get out of the gullus. That's how you get out of the gullus. And that's the idea of the sipur of Yitzhak Mitzrayim, right? Every day we have to maskir, and then on during Pesach and God, all these things that we do, and all the laning, all these things. Again, waking up. We want to wake up and get out of the gullus. That's what we need to do. Through Yosef, through the tzaddikim, through Purmaisis. Yosef tzaddik dealt with the dreams. The dreams are b'chin of Purmaisis. Every dream has high things in it, whatever it is, and that's how he brought the Geula. Because he took over and he brought Yaakov and the brothers and set them up, and he also made the Mitzvah Dumila to weaken their koach, different things that he did. So, that's the sin of what we're talking. So that's the ghost is from the Chet HaRishon. He ate the Eitzadas. He lost. We have this Panim LaTorah. He lost holy Panim. His face is shining. His face of the Torah. There's Panim LaTorah. There's Shivim Panim LaTorah. There's no Panim. Person that has Panim. He's got a darkened countenance. He's not shining. Not connected the way he should be. He's asleep. Kind of Misa. Like Misa. Brought death into the world. So waking up, you get his Kalsayiro. And then you get the Gashirus. The murder of God Lil Pesach. Right? And the Meister Ramchal says the Bechin of Yira, the Hashem, the Bechin of Yira is this ability to really connect, to be really connected to Hashem. It's through Yira. I think that's what he says. Deep connection, real connection. Yep. So he said it's the same thing when a person wants, also in his day in general, how much of it is asleep and how much of it is awake. Because you have to learn how to, Mitzrayim is from Neitzah means constriction. Your day is more constricted than you want it to be. You want it to be expanded with holiness, expand the Kedusha, expand connection. So you have to sort of, that's a bit of Golos. How much of your day is Golos? How much is Gula? Where are you holding? Golos or Gula? What's going on with you? Why are you in Golos? Why are you in Gula? It's mamash a choice that you all make. That's a very important choice. And that's again this idea of how much Yitzhak Mitzrayim we get, or how much. Again, every day we say this twice a day, right? We said the Kamana. We spoke about right that that's Mivarer, the Or, Mivarer. You're picking up sparks all the time. So the source of that is in Mitzrayim. But that's the something different. It's like every day you're struggling. You're like, Yitzhak Mitzrayim, get me. I want more Kedusha in my day, in my night. More Kedusha, more Kedusha, more Kedusha. More Kedusha, a little more now, a little more Chaparayim. Go somewhere, do what I need to do, how I need to do it. That's how Rav Nosson explains the union of Yitzhak Mitzrayim. He said that's the main element of the Golus and the Gula of Mitzrayim. So we did another one of these, and of course this is a big part of what Shovim is about. We're talking about Shovim. I don't think last week's Shum went up. Maybe it did, but actually, yeah, we'll do again about Shovim. This idea of you want to wake up. You want to wake up for the rest of the year. We're in the Parshas Mitzrayim. We're the Parshas that teach these Sipur Maisis. So we want to wake up. I want to get out of the Gullus into the Geula. I want to wake up. I want to be. I don't want to sleep through. You know, there's a story with Tamidim or Vana Godel Kalim. He's a big Makar of Vana Godel.